Hello, Exposers. My name is Lauren Finelli Teague. I am going to be your instructor this semester. I wanted to put together this sort of welcome video and introduce you to the course really briefly and just sort of alert you to how to navigate around Canvas. This class is going to be virtual, of course. I wish that I was meeting you all in person. I wish that we were back on campus. I know for many of you, you are freshmen, and this is probably not what you had imagined when you thought that you were going off to college. But I have taught virtual classes before, and we are going to make sure that it is as interactive and fun as we possibly can. And so I wanted to again, just welcome you to the class and talk you through a couple of important points before we have our first official class together on Thursday, September 3rd. So the semester starts on September 1st, which is a Tuesday. Our schedule is on Monday, Thursday. So our first live class through Zoom will be this coming Thursday, September 3rd. If you are in my section NK, that's going to run from 10:55 to 12:15. If you are in my section NV, that is going to run from 12:35 to 1:55. Okay, this class is going to be taught synchronously, which means that we are going to sort of meet live at least once a week during one of the designated times. Sometimes we will be meeting both days during the week, depending on what our goals are for the week and what sort of assignments we have coming up. I will be announcing everything well in advance and providing sort of weekly updates on what our goals are for the week, what the expectations are, what assignments are coming up to make sure that you are all clear on what the expectations are, what's due when. You will see even now as you go play around on Canvas, if you look under modules, which is going to be one of the tabs that you use quite a bit on Canvas, you will notice that I've already organized most of our readings, activities that we are going to be doing, and the very first module that you will see will sort of give you. There will be a little link called Weekly Checklist for week 1. And in that, you will be able to see exactly what's sort of coming down the pipe for you. Again, just to make sure that we are all on the same page and that you are never caught off guard on what is coming up. So the infamous Expos, I'm sure that many of you have already heard about this class. I always like on the first day of class to sort of hear the rumors about, or the horror stories about other people's experiences in Expos so that I can either confirm or deny just how terrible it's going to be. The truth of the matter is Expos is a super, super productive class, and it's a really important class. There's a reason why it's required. It really will set you up to become keen, close readers of texts, independent, critical thinkers, and ultimately that will lead you to become more capable, confident academic writers. This class is kind of like a boot camp for academic writing. So it is intensive. There is a demand. There will be a demand on your time. We will move through the course rather expeditiously, and we will work hard in this class. However, there will be a lot of support, a lot of teamwork, a lot of questions answered along the way to enable you all to grow and to develop. I've rarely had a student who ends up at the end of the semester not reflecting back and thinking like, I'm so glad I took this class because I feel so much better about my ability to write. And that is the goal of the class. It is to enable you all to really read text critically, think for yourselves, create your own arguments in response to these texts, really enter into a dialogue with some of the authors that we're going to be reading, and ultimately to produce work that you're proud of and to produce work that you feel confident and good about. Okay, so that's sort of the general goal for the course. I do want to invite you all ahead of Thursday's class to do a couple of things. Firstly, I want you to read through the syllabus carefully. You can find it under the first module that is posted. You can also find it under the syllabus tab on Canvas. You will be able to see exactly what the course objectives are. You will be able to see exactly what your requirements are, which is really what you all care about. You will be able to see our grading rubrics, how we determine final course grades, and there are also just a slew of resources towards the back that you may find helpful. Some of you also may find helpful a sort of online guide for succeeding in online classes. Many of you perhaps have never taken a class online before, and that's totally cool. Under modules again, at the bottom, there is a link called Student Resources, and you will find at least 2 resources that you can take on your own. One is through Rutgers, which will give you a kind of crash course to succeeding in an online course, because again, I know this is a different format for many of you, and so that might be a great place to start as well. So you're going to read through the syllabus thoroughly. You can write down any questions that you have that we can go through on our first day, or you can always email me even in advance of the class if you have a question. You can also sign up for one of these virtual classes to give you a little crash course in succeeding in online classes. You can also find a link on the homepage to ordering our trusty textbook. This is the New Humanities Reader. It's the 6th edition. It's important that you do get the more contemporary, up-to-date edition of this. There are others out there. You can order this e-textbook through Barnes & Noble. There's a link on the homepage through Rutgers bookstore. You can also order directly from the company that produces it, publishes it, Cengage. So those are 2 ways in which you can get the text. I have posted PDFs of the first 2 readings that we are going to be doing, just to kind of give you a head start in case you don't have time to do that quite yet at the beginning of the semester when everything's crazy. So those first 2 readings, you will find PDFs under modules, but the others, we do encourage you all to buy the book. If you have any issues obtaining the text, please just be in touch with me so we can figure something out. It is critical that you have all of the materials that you need to have. So the textbook, the syllabus. Oh, if you're anticipating having any issues with having access to technology or secure internet, all of these things would be useful for me to know in advance, so you can shoot me a quick email. My email is on the syllabus right at the top. You could just email me in advance, again, so that we can troubleshoot any issues that may come up ahead of even our first day of class, or within that first week, so that we can make sure that you are set up, ready to take this fall semester by storm and triumph in Expos. That is the goal. Okay, so again, quickly, I want you to go to the homepage of our Canvas site. I want you to try to order the textbook, the e-textbook. You can find that information on the homepage, review the syllabus. You can check out any of the courses that you may want to take for sort of online learning, and how to, what best practices to engage to succeed in an online learning environment. And of course, you can just email me with any questions that you have ahead of our live classes, again, that begin on Thursday. I will be having regular office hours, much like I would if I was on campus. I've outlined when they will be on the syllabus as well, and I've given you a Zoom link to that as well. I won't be doing an office hour on Thursday on our first class. I will be starting the following week. Something to note, one last thing to note, because of Labor Day, our schedule is a little wonky during that second week. So instead of having a class on a Monday, which would be Labor Day, we are actually going to have class on Tuesday, the 8th. Okay, it's a change in designation day. The university does this sometimes during holiday weeks like Thanksgiving, where they will move a class to a different day. It's really just to ensure that all sections, depending on the days that they meet, sort of have an equal number of times to meet. So just make a note of that. I will highlight that again in our class on Thursday of this week. Again, feel free to play around in Canvas. You may also see some assignments already posted under the assignments tab. Do not panic. We are going to review them, and you will have ample time to do them. So try not to please explore, but try not to get too ahead of yourself so that you're already in panic mode before we even begin. Okay, so I'm looking forward to meeting all of you on Thursday. If you have any questions, anything comes up before then, please feel free to be in touch with me at any time. Give me about 12 hours to get back to you. I'm usually much more efficient in returning emails, but I do have 2 young daughters at home who are going to be going back to school virtually. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. So sometimes I'm a little bit caught up with momming. But I should be able to return your emails pretty quickly. Okay, off we go. Fall 2020. We got this. Bye.